Okay, how your relationship with the Hawkins? And for those of you that don't know, thank you, Lord. That's him doing the famous line,
Yeah, yeah,
tragedy.
yeah, yeah,
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah. Let me see I can't remember what key.
A flat.
Is it? Okay. Voilà. Um, I was doing that
Yeah,
because
that's him. You all. That's him.
I was trying to make sure that I can be heard because a lot of times the guitar would get lost in the track.
I
So,
love it. I love it.
so when they that leaves a hole right there. So I fill the hole. Shout da 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 da. And before you know it, it stuck out. It stuck out. But I was just doing it so that I can get heard. Because if I just did this, it's going to get lost in the chords with the
Right.
keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
with the organ, with the strings, and with everything else. So, God just gave that to me, and I just thank God that He was able to be heard.
I don't. Well, I know you had a relationship with him. How did you even get the
Hooked up
phone
with the
call
Hawkins.
connect with the
Well,
legendary Hawkins family?
I have a video that I'll send it to you, but to make a long story short, I went to the Edwin Hawkins Music and Arts Seminar, and I went with a group called the Willie Small Singers. They asked me to play for them, so I went to play for them. So the Edwin Hawkins Music and Arts Seminar was being held in Atlanta, Georgia. So we drove a bus from Connecticut to Atlanta, Georgia. We get there, and I walk in, and in rehearsal, the band rehearsal, it was Walter Hawkins, Edwin Hawkins, Daniel Hawkins, Patrick Henderson on piano, Derek Schofield on drums, and Joe Smith on bass. So they was playing something, and then I asked them, could I plug in? And they kind of was trying to say no, and they said, well, we don't have a guitar amp. So I said I could plug into the bass amp. He got an extra hole over there. And they let me plug in. And after I finished plugging in, everybody gave me a standing ovation. And Walter said, when are you ready to move to California? And that's how I moved. And when I moved in, check this out. I moved in the house with Walter and Tremaine. They were still married.
Wow.
And his son, I slept in a bunk bed with his son, Jamie. So Jamie, who took over the church, was a little boy. So he slept in the bottom bunk, and I slept on the top bunk.
Wow.
And I stayed there for about a month or two. And then I had some problems in my personal life, so I had to go back to Connecticut to deal with that. Then when I came back out there, Walter and Tremaine had got separated. So when they got separated, I became his roommate. So then Walter and myself were roommates in another house. So I was his roommate. So Walter Hawkins became my mentor. So I'm mentored by Walter Hawkins. So a lot of the chord progressions that I get come from me being around him because he was a composer and arranger and producer, Walter Hawkins. So then when he passed away, I prayed and asked God that he would give me that baton. And that the same thing that went from Elijah to Elisha, the mantle, that's what they call it, the mantle.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him if I could have that same mantle. And I believe I got it. I believe I got it. Yes, I believe I got it. Yes, sir.